All right then. Are you ready?
I am ready.
You're ready.
Are you ready?
I think so, but I have no idea.
Let's go for it. Okay. Welcome
to the
Breakfast with the Boars podcast.
That was our best take.
Yeah, we did not plan that.
That was great. And
as you can probably tell.
Anyway,
this is the Breakfast with the Boars podcast, and I guess you could say it's kind of like the audio version of the videos that we sometimes do.
Assuming you've seen those, and I'm talking to you, the listener, right now, and maybe that is what has brought you here. This is a quick little update that we are intending to do a little more frequently than video updates because audio is just a whole lot easier than video. But if enough of you kick and scream, we can keep doing some video ones too.
Yeah, we both like podcasts. So that's where the idea came from.
Right, that's right. So welcome to episode 1, September 2018. And this episode is brought to you by...
We don't have a sponsor, Mars.
But every good podcast has a sponsor, so...
Okay, well,
This episode is brought to you by Hydro Lubango, keeping you in the dark since 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, and also not informing you when you're going to be in the dark.
Right.
Yeah, today was one of those weird electricity days, so...
Was, but I got my coffee this morning.
Oh, so confusing. And we have a new coffee maker, but it runs on power, of course, so...
So... Make hay when the sun shines.
Yeah.
Make coffee when the hydro's on. All
right. Well, we've got our sponsorship down. So let's just refresh you in case you're new to who we are. I am Kelly.
And I'm Marcel. We are the Boers. And we are here in Lubango, Angola, Southern Africa, with Mission Aviation Fellowship, where I serve as an aircraft mechanic. On a fleet of 3 aircraft. There are 2 pilots in our program. And Kelly, what do you do?
I am a teacher at a small international Christian school. And we are missionaries. I guess we mentioned that. But what I wanted to say is with Mission Aviation Fellowship, you'll probably hear us refer to it as MAF throughout the podcast, or MAF, in case that confuses you.
Sponsor idea, the school.
With what money?
I don't know. Ideas. Need to write these down. So, Kelly, what is our aim with this podcast? Why? Just go a little bit more into detail. Why are we doing this?
I guess we alluded to it. We both really like podcasts, and I think we're not the only ones in the world who like podcasts. And I happen to know that a lot of people, stick them in while they're driving or while they're working, and that's a little easier to do than watching a video. So we thought we'd try this out so that you can, continue to drive to work and not get in an accident, or continue to do the dishes and listen to us talk. And, we have so many important things to say, but we actually just want to give a little update on our lives.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Share some stories, share some laughs.
Yes.
Share a little bit about our life in Angola, because it is a mystery to a lot of people sometimes.
Yeah. And crazy, and certain things happen from week to week, month to month, which are hard to put into context in something that is released a little more infrequently, like a newsletter. So this is for you people who actually probably know us and want to know what we're up to. So that's fair, I think.
Yeah, and the cool thing about a podcast is we can dive a little deeper sometimes than we could with our 2-minute Breakfast with the Boars videos, or with our newsletters that were limited to 2 pages. Not that we're going to go on forever, but if there are some cool things that we want to talk about, we don't have to feel confined to the paper or the video.
Right.
So
going into this then, and I think this will be a question that will happen on each episode going forward, where we can ask each other, so what's new?
Yeah, I'm assuming you're asking me that.
And I'm asking you that. I'm not the listener. Okay. I can't hear the listener right now.
Yeah.
If there are any listeners.
I guess I will update more on the personal level, because I've been on school holidays since July, so I don't have cool, exciting ministry news. But we did just get back from a 2-week vacation time, which was really needed. And we went through Zambia. And I would say it was a very good trip.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Livingston, which, for all of you people who think that Africa is small, it still took 3 days to travel one country over. So...
2. Angola to Namibia to Zambia.
But Zambia and Angola are side by side. Was the point I was getting at.
Yeah. That's true.
Anyway.
Which kind of goes into a mission aviation fellowship standpoint is why did we have to go through Namibia? Well,
yes.
There aren't really roads. There are roads where you could go all the way through Angola to Zambia.
But not very good.
We would have to buy a new vehicle by the time we got to Zambia.
We think.
And it would take a week and a half to get there.
Yes. So we just got away with some friends of ours who are with a different mission organization. Shout out to Overland Missions because we got to hang out with their group all weekend. It was awesome.
It was good.
We stayed at their base in Livingston, and we kind of ended up getting both a vacation and a really awesome spiritual revival week thrown into our vacation plans, which we had not
That's actually what it was called.
Really expected.
Revival week while we were there, which was nice.
Yeah. So we went with our friends from Overland Missions, and they were having their big gathering of all their missionaries. And it was cool because we got to sit in, hear various speakers, participate in awesome worship, meet a lot of new people. But then we also got to do really fun tourist stuff, like something I've been wanting to do for basically 10 years now, which was...
Go for
jump off a bridge.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Jump off a bridge, bungee jumping at one of the most famous bungee jumps.
While your husband and young boys looked on. You're
Yes.
unbelievable. I'm still recovering from it.
Yeah, it was cool. They didn't really give you a chance to be scared.
Just the spectators are scared.
The sketchiest part is they wrap your legs in towels. I still find that really weird. And then they put the bungee, the cord around. And it's not like it's loose. It's very tight. But I'm like, towels? Really?
Was it actually towels?
Yeah, blue towels.
Whoa.
Anyway, jumped off a bridge. That was really cool. Marcel went whitewater rafting, which was probably just as cool or cooler. Refreshing.
It was fun. Depends what your thing is.
Yeah, saw lots of elephants,
right.
hippos. Yeah, so that's I don't know, that's my little update.
What are you looking forward to in the next month with school starting when?
School starts on Wednesday.
That would be September the 26th. Okay.
Yes, we have moved into a new school building, which is going to be, I think, a really nice change. We closed off last year really well. We had about 25 students, and I say about because we have students that come for some that are only morning, some that are only afternoon, so it's a little difficult to count everyone. Anyway, moving into a new building, we have myself and the main teacher, Helena. We have a German short-term teacher who is here, and then we also have our, I guess you'd call it teacher assistant from last year, an Angolan young man named Crizio. So we've got 4 teachers, which is amazing.
Is that enough? Do you need more teachers?
We still need more teachers.
Oh.
Thanks for asking that.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that plug got in there.
Thanks. And we start next week. Marcel, what are you looking forward to, or what have you done or want to share over the last
I'm looking forward
weeks?
to Monday morning fixing an alternator issue on the one airplane.
Don't lie, you're looking forward to coffee.
I'm looking forward to coffee. But that's tomorrow morning. I'm looking forward to coffee. Monday morning, whole other story. Currently, of our fleet of 3 aircraft, we have 1 working, which it happens from time to time, but that's just how it goes. 1 is currently in Namibia for a propeller overhaul and will be there for the next 4 weeks, I think we're looking at now. So, there's a little bit of pressure on to make sure the other 2 are functioning, as there's about 3 flights a week happening in the next month
Are they
which is
special
standard.
flights, or what kind of flights?
Well, there's our most
they?
common flight that MAF Angola does is to the Kavango Clinic, which it's about a 2-hour flight or a full day drive to get to this particular place. And Dr. Tim Kubacki and his wife, who live there, work at that clinic, and they keep us busy by sending what is now a regularly scheduled medevac run every week from their clinic to the mission hospital in Lubango. And what's going on in that Kavango clinic right now is they're expanding it big time with some construction with new, I guess they're expanding their clinic. So MAF is involved in a lot of the transportation of people and some of the supplies, I think. It's hard to know for sure right now because, like we said, we've been gone for the last 2.5 weeks on some holidays. So we'll find out. I'll find out, I guess, Monday, but I'm not really the one who's involved in the transportation of people. I just need to make sure that those airplanes are good and ready to go.
Yeah, Kavango Clinic holds a special place in our heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is it's definitely a good example of why we need MAF in the country, because they are so isolated. And the crazy thing is, Marcel said it takes a whole day to drive from there into town. Beyond that, some of their patients are coming, driving, walking, carting for hours just to get to their clinic. So it's really an example of, despite the fact that Angola doesn't look big on a map, people can be extremely isolated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. And Marcel, besides the Kavango flights, has there been anything exciting or cool in the last month or so that the MAF program has seen or done?
Well, again, the MAF program, we're picking bad timing to be dropping episode 1, maybe.
No, come on. We just went bungee jumping. Let me share that on our podcast.
What's exciting with the program? Well,
no, but I'm talking before we left, there was some flights out east and to a new town, a new village where we'd never been before.
So, okay, you're refreshing me now. There's again with Dr. Tim Kubacki and several other people. There was a flight that went to Lekua, which was the first time a doctor has been brought into that village. And I say village, but I think the actual population of the surrounding area of that village is in the thousands or tens of thousands of people. And they have not seen a medical professional in the last number of years.
Yeah, I think they said 10 years on the Facebook post.
Right.
Which is crazy to think.
Yeah, so they'll typically see, when they're brought in there, they'll see anywhere from 60 to 100 patients per day per medical person, per doctor or nurse.
It is absolutely mind-boggling.
We're pretty, what's the word? We're honored to join with their ministry and see how they can bring physical healing and physical care to people who desperately need that, as well as spiritual care and healing in Christ's name.
Yeah, it is mind-boggling. And I think, we drove back from Zambia in 2 days because Ethan just caught a really bad GI bug. And we were rushing to try to get back to Angola because the hospital that we have here in the city that is staffed by various missionaries as well as various national nurses and doctors in training and run by just a great group of people. It's one of the only places that a lot of people can get quality medical care in southern Angola. And to think that, people have to travel sometimes for days to get to it is absolutely crazy. And we're just so thankful and so blessed that our friends are here and can care for us. But yeah, That's what I have to say for that. We rushed back to Angola to make sure that our son got treated here.
As we're crossing the border, I found that kind of strange. We're rushing into one of what it's. If there's 200 countries in the world, Angola is ranked 190 or higher as far as child health care for children under the age of 5.
Yeah. But we knew that we could get quality.
So we're very blessed
treatment from our friends in Lubango
to have neighbors who are doctors, and we know that. Yeah, we're privileged in that way.
Yeah. Well, I think we're about ready to wrap it up. Would you say?
We can't spill all the beans at once here. So, and we want to keep these dropping somewhat regularly, I think. We don't really know when the next one will happen, but I think our aim is to do every 4 weeks or so.
Unless something cool happens.
Yes.
Yeah. Then maybe we can have a special podcast.
I like it when cool things happen.
Yeah. So we'll see.
So, with that, if you want to contact us with any questions or just to say hi, you can do that by email. You can email myself, mboers@maf.org, or kboers@maf.org for Kelly.
But I'm really bad with emails, so email Marshall.
So do that. Or check us out on Instagram at kboers01. Is that your name?
That is my name.
And my name is at
Mborzy.
Mborzy.
That's weird that you know mine and I know yours.
That's with an IE at the end.
Yes.
Anyway.
And there's that at MAF Angola.
And you can check out MAF Angola on Twitter and Instagram at MAF Angola.
All right. Well, have a great day and hope to hear some good feedback. Signing off from Angola.
Ciao for now.